Let's open with a short story. Dana runs a busy neighborhood salon. 6 chairs, 3 stylists, and a calendar that never stops. She thought her expenses were under control until a 1-week spend audit found 3 subscriptions she didn't need anymore and a misbilled utility line. Altogether, $1,200 a year freed up. That paid for a seasonal stylist shift without cutting hours. Okay, this is what we mean by small audits, big impact.
That image is everything. Dana's relieved face, not having to choose between hiring and overtime. Hi, I'm Sarah. We're going to show you a short, human-led playbook you can run in 7 days. Minimal tech, minimal drama, and full human control. No sudden cancellations, no risk of breaking operations.
Here's our promise. By following this plan, you will identify likely savings, prioritize by impact and safety, and perform low-risk actions that are reversible. Tools you need: bank and card statements for the last 12 months, a vendor contact list, a handful of recent invoices or utility bills, and a basic spreadsheet. Privacy principle upfront. Always redact sensitive details before asking any external AI, and every decision needs a human sign-off.
Quick checklist to prepare. Export statements as PDFs or CSVs, compile vendor names and contact methods, flag any services owned by specific staff members, and create a single sheet labeled Audit Candidates where you'll log recurring charges. We'll link a 1-page checklist on the site so you can just print and follow.
Topic 1. Gather minimal signals. Spend the first day collecting the essentials. Focus on recurring charges, subscriptions, service retainers, software, memberships, and monthly utility lines. Export the last 12 months so seasonality doesn't hide something. Don't chase one-off purchases now. We want repeat leak points.
2 redaction rules that matter. Remove full card numbers, redact account numbers and social security numbers, and replace customer names with initials if you're sharing invoices. If you aren't comfortable uploading anything, use local summarization, either a desktop tool or a privacy-forward service. The important bit is to let AI see patterns, not raw numbers tied to people.
Day 2. Build that vendor contact list. Who owns each service inside your business? Which staff member expects notifications? Put an owner column next to each vendor and a criticality note: high, medium, low. Criticality is your safety net. If canceling or changing this vendor would stop appointments or sales, label it high and don't touch it in week 1.
Great. Now topic 2. AI summarize and prioritize. Use privacy-first prompts to cluster charges. The prompt doesn't need to be fancy. Ask the model to group similar recurring charges, estimate monthly totals for each cluster, and flag duplicates or low-value entries under a set threshold you choose. Always run this on redacted data or locally summarized text.
Here's a simple scoring rubric we use. Impact times urgency divided by risk. Impact is the monthly dollar amount. Urgency is how long you've been paying. Longer means more likely forgotten. Risk is how disruptive a removal would be. 1 is low risk, 5 is high. Prioritize items with high impact and low risk. That's your shortlist for days 4 to 7.
If you're using a tool, ask it to output a 1-page prioritized action list with these columns: vendor name, monthly cost, owner, risk rating, recommended action, and suggested script. Then a human reviews everything and signs off. Don't let the AI decide. It should propose. You should authorize.
Topic 3. Act, cancel, consolidate, negotiate. Start with the obvious low-hanging fruit: duplicate subscriptions, unused seats, or forgotten free trials that rolled into paid plans. For consolidations, look for overlapping tools. Can invoicing and scheduling live in the same app for a net saving? For renegotiations, utilities and local suppliers are surprisingly flexible when you bring data.
We'll role-play 2 short scripts now, so you can hear tone and phrasing. First, a polite cancellation for an unused subscription. Duarte, you take the vendor. I'll be the business owner calling to cancel.
Hello, thanks for taking my call. This is Duarte on behalf of Brightside Salon. We recently reviewed our account and found we're no longer using the advanced reporting feature. I want to confirm the cancellation process for our subscription and whether there's any final billing step. We're aiming for a smooth close with the possibility of returning if our needs change.
Hi, Duarte. Thanks. My name is Sarah. I've reviewed the account, and yes, we do have a cancellation routine. Could you confirm the account email so I can locate it? Also, is there a specific date you'd prefer the cancellation to take effect?
Use the account email on file, owner@brightside.com. We'd like the cancellation to take effect at the end of the billing cycle so there's no mid-service disruption. Also, please send a confirmation email and any final invoice. We'll keep a contact in case we need to reverse this within 7 days.
Perfect. That last line, keeping a rollback contact and setting a 7-day hold, protects you from accidental service loss. Always get that confirmation email so the team has a record to follow if something changes.
Now, a fast negotiation opening for a supplier or utility. I'll be the business owner calling the local supplier. Hi, this is Duarte at Brightside. I've been reviewing our monthly spend, and we value your service, but budget is tight. We're evaluating options and wanted to check whether there are volume discounts, a loyalty rate, or a plan that reduces our per-unit cost. What flexibility might you have?
If they push back, follow up with data. Here's what we've paid over the last 6 months and our forecast. We want to stay, but need a path to a lower rate. Framing it as we want to keep this relationship keeps the supplier invested in solutions, and always ask for a written confirmation of any new terms.
Panel practicals. Both of us have seen surprising mid-audit fixes. Sarah, what's one obstacle you've seen and the quick patch you recommend?
Obstacle: staff panic when a subscription email arrives saying account closed. Quick fix: before any cancellation, add a note to your internal calendar and tell the staff owner, we plan to cancel on X date. Please check for disruptions and report within 48 hours. That protects operations and avoids surprised customers.
My finance side observation: audit candidates balloon when companies auto-renew yearly and nobody renewed intentionally. The mid-audit fix is to flag annual auto-renews and set reminders 30 days before. That buys you a decision window and helps prioritize high-impact cancellations.
Another common obstacle: vendors that say no refunds or no cancellations. Yet billing teams will often issue a prorated credit if you show consistent usage drops or provide a competitive quote. Ask. Don't accept a hard no on the first call.
Before we wrap, measurement. Track 2 numbers: monthly savings identified versus monthly savings enacted, and the rework hours you spent. That gives you an audit ROI, how much cash you freed per hour of work. Aim for at least 3 times your hourly rate in savings to keep this process worthwhile.
And safety reminders. Pilot on clearly low-value items first. Require a 1-page approval sheet listing service owner, impact, and a 7-day hold before final cancellation. And set a 30-day monitoring checklist for staff to watch for missed invoices or vendor notices.
We built downloadable assets to make this simple: a redaction checklist, privacy-first prompt templates, cancellation and negotiation scripts, and a full 7-day audit checklist. Visit the show website to download them and run your own audit this week.
Final cliffhang: this audit frees up cash, but what should you do with that reclaimed money to protect margin and grow safely? In our next episode, we'll walk through margin-safe reinvestments, small, low-risk ways to use saved cash that grow revenue without stretching your team.
Okay, thanks for listening. Head to the website to grab the templates, try the 7-day audit, and tell us how much you reclaimed. We'll be here to help you turn that cash into lasting advantage, safely and human first.